How's it going, everyone? Mask here, back with another Black Desert mobile video, and today it's all about pets. We're going to go really in depth into the pet system, combining, exchanging, and by the end of this video I want you to know absolutely everything you need to know about pets. So let's get started. Pets are honestly really important in this game because you're going to spend a lot of time AFK farming, trying to get loot, and your pets are what pick that loot up for you. And that's what this blue circle rotating around your pet is. That is the cooldown timer. See this cat? Boom! The cat was ready to loot an item, and it did. Looted that item for me. Now it's back on cooldown. So when you have 3 pets, you can loot 3 times as many items. Now, I know right away, so I'm gonna address this immediately. Everyone's complaining about pets. Pets are pay to win. You can only get pets in the cash shop. That is not true, and that is also not what this video is about. So I'm gonna address it right now and get it out of the way. This is the market. I'm in the market. Pets are 2 million silver each. Extremely easy to get. I got 2.4 million silver, and I've had absolutely zero pay-to-win methods of obtaining silver. Like, there are quests in this game that give you 2 million silver for completing them. And 58, 37, 25. This is already 100. This is 25, 14, 10, and 9. About 150. Very bad math. Pets have been sold on the market, and I don't even know what the window on this is, for 2 million silver each. So literally anybody who knows how to jump in, basically, look at this. System, loot notification, registered token Skyhawk, 9:01 p.m. If you're AFKing, it helps to have this screen open, and you pay attention to it. You will literally see exactly when the instant that pet's posted on the market, you're already going to be ahead of the game. You see it, or you just notice the notification that pops up on your screen here. Have that on as well. Boom, boom, you're in the market, you're on pets, and you're buying up a pet for silver. You got the silver, just pay attention to the market. You're going to get that pet sold. People are buying pets, they're selling them on the market. It's been happening an absolute ton, and you absolutely can get your hands on more pets in a free-to-play environment. Getting 3 pets, regardless of the skills or anything else we're about to talk to, is really, really important because it doubles and then triples your actual ability to accumulate drops and loot, which are going to be your core source of advancement after you hit max level, no matter what. Okay, now let's actually jump into the pet system and start talking about the pets in general. Pets, you can have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 pets. A tier 1, the difference between a tier 1 pet and a tier 2 pet at face value, obviously the tier 2, 3, and 4 pets have an extra skill, respectively, on each tier. And your pickup speed goes down, and your max fullness goes up. So we'll look at the difference between a level 10 tier 1 and a tier 10, or a tier 3. The pickup speed has went down by 5 seconds for each tier. So 145 for tier 1, 140 for tier 2, and 135 for tier 3. That tier 4 is going to bring you all the way down to at least 130. I haven't seen a tier 4, so you can't quote me on that actual number. But fullness as well, that's a big difference though. 575 versus 435. That's the difference over 2 tiers. 35 and 5 is 85. 5, it's a lot. It's a lot more for those 2 tiers. And and then of course you're gonna be able to, the pet's gonna be able to pick up things for longer because of that fullness, and also it's shaving 10 seconds off how often it's picking an item up. That's huge. So you're gonna get, if you shave that down, that 10 seconds is that 10 seconds is an extra item, and that 10 seconds adds up every 2 minutes. An extra 10 seconds you're saving. By the time you AFK for 2 hours, you're getting a lot more bonus loot by having an increased tiered pet. So that's just face value, the tiers themselves and the loot timers and acquiring loot. Now let's look at the skills, and this is where pets get really interesting and the system around the pets gets really in depth. So to look at the skills, we're going to jump into the cash shop really quick and look at the actual pets. They're under appearance, pets, and this tab here shows us all the possible skills. Starting from the bottom, we got combat experience. And all of the percentage skills scale from 2 to 5, and this is what you can basically acquire the skill at. Each one of them have 4 options: 2, 3, 4, and 5% respectively. And the only other one that's different is inventory weight, which is 50, 100, 150, and 200. And basically your tier 1 fresh pet can have 50, 100, 150, or 200 drop. And that's just the quality of the skill itself that it does get. As far as the actual skills go, combat experience is nice. It was one of my favorites when I was originally doing this pet rolling, and I did on launch day on the Thursday during my 24-hour stream. But we found out yesterday that the max level in the game is 55, at which we're all about to hit, I would say, no matter what, in the next week or 2 weeks. You're going to hit that max combat level. I doubt they're going to be increasing that max level at least for like a month. So the combat experience is gonna become pretty well negligible fairly quickly. Logging experience, it's nice. Foraging and mining, they're nice, but they're not necessary. They're not anything you really aim for. Fishing experience, I just have a personal love for. It's probably my third. It's tied for my third favorite skill. Inventory weight and dark energy experience are the number one. They're tied for the number one skills. People prefer inventory weight because your dark spirit levels up really slow later on anyhow. But no matter what, dark energy is the only pet skill that actually translates into bonus CP for you, because a perfectly rolled dark energy experience is a 5%, which scales up to 8% at level 10. That's 8, 16, 24 potential bonus percentage when leveling up your dark spirit. That means if you go from 99 to 100, you're getting there 24% faster, so you're getting 24% more levels on that dark spirit and getting those CP tiers faster. So this pet skill is the most sought after because it physically translates into bonus CP for your character, and it's right up there with inventory. Inventory, you're going to be AFKing forever. This has an infinite return, and you'll be getting this infinite return for as long as you play. Every time you AFK grind and your inventory gets filled, you can fill every inventory slot twice over. So 200 inventory, which scales up to 300 at level 10, is actually 600 inventory weight worth of items at the end of a very long AFK. You do that 3 times, that's 612, 1800 potential weight you can get extra just from your pets. So these are all the skills you can physically roll on your fresh tier 1 pet. Now let's jump into back into the pet menu and start talking about what to do with those tier 1 pets and how that progresses. So let's jump into the exchange here, and I have cannot be exchanged while being used. Okay, cool. Here we go. I have these 2 pets here. This is my inventory. This is my pet that rolled inventory on as a tier 1. Now this was only 50, so this was the worst possible inventory roll you can get, but an inventory roll nonetheless, which is one of the most sought after rolls we get on our tier 1 pets. And this here is a pet that rolled a perfect fishing roll at 5%, which scaled up to 8% when I leveled it to 10. Now, if I were to combine these 2 pets, let's fully explain this interface so you don't make any mistakes, because it's really devastating when you do. This bar at the bottom is simply you choosing what the resulting pet of this exchange is going to look like. And it guarantees it'll still look like this hawk, or it'll still look like this shepherd. Now, the top options here are where it gets a little different. Now, you can select, and selecting one or the other guarantees that the resulting pet will have this skill. So you can guarantee to maintain your pet's existing skill. You can choose one or the other, or you can choose random, and random means the resulting pet will have a completely randomized skill. So you have the opportunity to roll into absolutely anything, scaling from I call them tier 1 to tier 4, because it's 4 different possibilities, like a 50 inventory weights tier 1, 100's tier 2, 150's tier 3, and 200 is a tier 4 inventory roll. It gets a little confusing with the tiers of the pets, but it does make sense when you think about it. So randomizing, I could get a totally random tier 1 to 4 skill. But if I choose to keep it, keep in mind, there are no guarantees that, like the horse system, tier 1 and tier 1 is tier 2. That's how the horse system works. Not with pets though. Tier 1, you can fail a tier 1 plus a tier 1 upgrade, and the resulting pet will simply look exactly how these checkboxes are checked unless you've randomized it. Your resulting pet will just be this tier 1 pet right back in your hands. If I were to do this exchange exactly how I would have it on screen. If I randomize the skills and I fail, I'm going to get a tier 1 bird with a new random skill. And if I successfully tier up to tier 2, with random selected, you're going to get 2 new random skills. Or you could have preserving a skill selected, and that's going to give you that skill preserved plus a new randomized skill at tier 2. So that is the full extent of how this system works. 2 tier 2 pets, you have 2 skills, you're saving both of those skills. If you successfully come to tier 3, the 3rd skill is randomized, and so on. 2 tier 3s, you can choose to save all 3 skills, completely randomize the 4th. Now, let's talk strategies here. Now, the absolute best skills you can get are the Dark Energy Experience, we explained why, and Inventory. They're both absolutely invaluable, but one thing I want to point out about Dark Energy Experience in general is this skill has absolutely zero synergy with any other skill on the pet, in all of them, on the pet menu of skills. All the skills, Dark Energy Experience has zero synergy with any other pet. So in an ideal world, you actually have Dark Energy Experience times 3 rolled on tier 1 pets. Because if you have a tier 4 pet and your tier 4 pet skills were inventory, combat, fishing, let's say fishing experience, that 4th slot, you kind of want it to be a gathering, actually really it's just fishing and combat, because those require you to have bonus inventory space to complete them. The gathering and stuff, you kind of have an infinite inventory space for all of those things. Actually, specifically gathering, I guess you can. No, most of those things is an infinite inventory. So it wouldn't be bad for you to have Dark Energy Experience, combat, fishing, and inventory. I guess that would be sort of a perfect pet. Realistically, that's not going to happen. And you might as well have inventory, combat, fishing, and another random gathering skill on that tier 4 pet. And then all you do is you put the pet away, go to your Dark Experience, you put all 3 of your pets away, boom, boom, and boom, my pets are all away. You go to your Dark Experience pets, and you load up your Dark Experience loadout. You would just select all 3 of your Dark Experience pets, equip them. It's the only skill they have, doesn't matter, it's got no synergy with anyone else, and the skills do not get stronger as the tiers increase. You'll have the exact same skill at tier 1 that you're going to have at tier 4. And that's it. You equip them, you go over to your Dark Spirit, you feed all of your gear, you get that you get up to a bonus 24% experience while doing that. Come back here, okay, put away the Dark Experience cat and take out your loadout for whatever else it was doing. So at the moment I run 2 tier 1 combat experience pets. And this pet here, which I've had an adventure with, this started off as a tier 1 perfect rolled inventory skill. So this was base 200 weight, and I've maxed it out to be base 3. I've maxed it out, so it now gives 300 weight, which is incredible. I rolled fishing experience when I tiered it up to tier 2, which I was kind of excited about. Fishing experience for me it's valuable, especially now that I know combat experience is getting phased out at level 55. Fishing experience is kind of like the only skill left that that has that synergy there. I'm going to be able to get fishing experience for so long, and I personally really enjoy fishing. Now, I also came across a perfectly rolled fishing experience, tier 1 shepherd. And because I want all of these different loadouts, let's take a look at my fishing loadout now. So when I go to fish, I'm going to have this perfect inventory roll with fishing experience. We're going to go down here, and I'm going to have, nope, not you. We're going to have the fishing shepherd with another 8% fishing experience. So once this finishes leveling up, it'll be at 7%. So we're looking at 15% bonus fishing experience. And I have another pet with a tier 1 inventory roll. Unfortunately, this was the lowest inventory roll, but boom, I got 450 bonus inventory space and 15% bonus fishing experience, and I'm ready with a pretty decent fishing loadout. I'm done fishing. I can put that away. I need to do some Dark Spirit experience combining, absorbing. Boom, take out the Dark Experience cat. I wish I had 2 other ones. Take them out too. Boom, boom. And then, I'm going to go back to AFK farming. I take out my combat experience, and eventually maybe those combats, if I hit level 55, I'll start using the inventory one instead and be looking for another inventory pet as well. Now, one last thing on the reason that when you get a dark experience roll on a tier 1 pet, you should take it, put it on a shelf, and don't touch it, don't look at it. Take it out when you need to use it, put it back. Because if I were to take this pet and I was to go into the exchange and I'd be like, boom, put this cat in the exchange. It's training, that's why I can't do it. Okay. If I were to put the Dark Experience cat in the exchange, well, I have to maintain that Dark Experience skill because it's the best skill on a pet available. So there's no way you're going to click the random button. Now, by selecting save my Dark Experience skill, I'm making the resulting tier 2 pet have a 0% chance at getting me another Dark Experience skill. So every combination I continue to do with this tier 1 pet is going to give me a 0% chance at getting my second Dark Energy Experience skill, which I really want. So I have that bonus experience forever while feeding things to my Dark Spirit. So the second you see Dark Energy Experience, where one of my friends in our guild, Selfie, actually only got 2 extra pets, and they both rolled 4% bonus Dark Energy Experience, which is phenomenal. I'm like, take those 2 pets, dude. That's it. Put them on a shelf. They're done. You have two are taken care of. Now take new pets and do all your combinations with them and pray that on one random roll that you're going to get, you'll get that third Dark Energy Experience to show up, and boom, you have your perfect Dark Energy Experience loadout. And that's it. I would love to have inventory. I mean, ideally, in my wish with pets is I have an inventory, combat experience, fishing, times 3, and then that's 3 tier 3 pets, and then slowly over time we dream of getting those to tier 4, and you add a 4th skill, and who cares what it is at that point. I mean, even getting to that tier 4 is almost even just excess at that point. But if you get 2 of those 3, sometimes it takes getting to tier 4 for you to get that skill that you want. For example, inventory and fishing. This pet I'll probably take to tier 4 way down the road eventually. I'll pop into tier 4, we'll see what skill it gets. If it's combat, I'll be super happy. If it's Dark Energy Experience, I'll be super happy. Whatever. But that's how the combination system works, and I've walked you through a lot of the thought process that I use in making my decisions. I would say probably most people would have fed the large majority of what I have here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 1 pets. People be like, 5? Dude, combine 2 of them. Fail one of the combines, do it again, and boom, you have 2 tier 2 pets and a tier 3 pet. I'd be getting more loot. My pickup timer would be 5 seconds lower on 2 of those pets. So I'm getting an extra piece of loot, or I'm getting on 2 people loot 5 seconds faster. So in an hour, that's an extra piece of loot on each, maybe an extra 2. I don't feel like doing the math right now. But I like my loadouts. I like them. Eventually, I'll just keep adding to these, and we'll get more tier 2 pets. 2 million, every 2 million silver. I'm going to keep my eye on the shop. I still have this because I want to blow this 2 mil on another pet. I really like the pet system. It is, but let me just warn you, it's scary. Going down the rabbit hole of the pet combining and exchanging system is terrifying. And that's going to do it for today's video. I really wanted to show the clips of my adventure combining all these pets together and getting to where I am now, but I'm gonna have to put that in another video because it would just make this one way too long. It's already pretty long as it is, but I hope you are extremely well informed now on all things pets, because it does make that extremely scary adventure to starting your exchanges and trying to get what you want a little less scary when you actually know exactly what you're doing. But until next time, I hope you're having a fantastic day. A quick reminder to come and join our Discord. We have an awesome Discord. It's discord.gg/masktv. We have a spot where you can ask any question you want about the game, get answers from a bunch of our absolute veteran players that have been playing on different servers before Global even launched, and just hang out, have a great time. Whether you want to teach, learn, if you're an expert at the game, if you're new to the game, there's a spot for you in the Discord. Come join the community. You're going to have a great time, and we'd love to have you. That's discord.gg/masktv. Hopefully I see you there. Anyway, that'll do it for today. Thanks so much for watching my video. It means the absolute world to me when you do. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let me know how your pet game's going. Say hi. Just say hi in the comments down below. I love it. But yeah, that is totally it for today. So until next time, smash that subscribe button and stay classy.